I'm here at the Democratic National Convention in Chicago, and it has been a wonderful night. What we've experienced here has been a series of goodbyes. I'd say tonight was about acknowledging the kind of presidency that President Joe Biden has offered the country. And it's a very proud legacy that he leaves, even though that's not what he was doing. He really was serving the American people in a very presidential way. Now, you've heard me talk a lot about Israel, Palestine, and Gaza, and I haven't really talked so much about his role in that. I have shown you that he says, he didn't agree with what Bibi was doing. I have shown you or talked to you about how he's handled the protesters. But what I want to convey is that Joe Biden probably knows more foreign leaders of heads of state than anyone in the world ever. And he said because he's so old and he started when he was 29, he's had a very, very long political career and he's not finished yet. He's got some more things he wants to do before he leaves office. Well, that makes sense. Makes sense to me. It probably makes sense to you. He would like to get our hostages out of Gaza. He would like very much to end this war, as he says it. So we'll see what happens down the road. Not very far down the road either. He's been actively working on ceasefire, and so has Kamala. They've both been working to actively end the war. Ukraine is still free. He's created 60 million new jobs. He's computer chip manufacturing back to the United States. And as he says, Donald Trump talked every week about how he was going to build new infrastructure. Biden didn't talk about it. He just did it. That's what presidents do, right? When you think of a presidential person, a statesman, a person that is going to step up for you, for the American people, you want him to serve all of you. Isn't that right? That's what you would think, right? Donald Trump talked about it every week, but did not do a damn thing. And that's a quote from President Biden. He built enough infrastructure that is decades worth. He built the kind of infrastructure, laid the kind of ground roads that are going to help communities. And as he put it, more red states than blue states, right? Because he was helping all Americans. Now, not only did he do all that, but it will have a positive generational effect. And so his contribution, shall we say, to the American people is very substantial. Now, we all are wanting ceasefire, and Israel has agreed to it. What has not happened is Hamas has not agreed to release the hostages. And time will tell about that. I'm hopeful. Aid has certainly made a priority, and some of you may believe too little too late. I'm like, I don't care. At this point, we must do something, right? I always thought we must do something, but whether he did it then or 2 months ago or whatever, I'm just ready. And Kamala and Joe are working on that together, along with Tim as well, has been brought in on those conversations. So what he's left us with is the strongest economy in the world, is the United States positioned as leader in the world, and that's been good for the rest of the world. I'm not just proselytizing for President Biden. I have not always agreed on his positions, not that it matters, but that I am an American and I can say what I think and I can say what I see. And that is critical in this country when our very right to do so is challenged. This was the first day of the Democratic National Convention. And I'm going to be talking about a couple of other things before I talk about, the next day or the next day. But you will get a play-by-play, as well as I can give it to you without boring you, of the Democratic National Convention here in Chicago while I'm here. But there are a lot of things we need to talk about behind the curtain. IMO. Thanks for being here.
I love the job, but I love my country more. love my country more. There's a song that means a lot to us, that captures the best of who we are as a nation. The song is called American Anthem. There's one verse that stands out, and I can't sing worth a damn, so I'm not going to try. I'll just quote it. The work and prayers of centuries have brought us to this day. What shall our legacy be? What will our children say? Let me know in my heart, when my days are through, America, America, I gave my best to you. I made a lot of mistakes in my career, but I gave my best to you. Too young to be in the Senate because I wasn't 30 yet, and too old to stay as president. But I hope you know how grateful I am to all of you. I can honestly say I'm more optimistic about the future than I was when I was elected as a 29-year-old United States Senator. I mean it.